Hello, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, afternoon, or a wonderful morning, depending on what time you guys listen to this. And welcome to my channel. Today, I will be talking about why I started investing. More specifically, why I started to choose to invest in dividend stocks and why I picked IWMY. But before we go any further, I would like to reaffirm that this isn't any financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I'm beginning way early with my investments, or way late, you would say. And take everything that I say with a grain of salt. I don't want anyone coming here, finding my channel, and following my steps, and then ending up something went wrong and they can't um figure out what happened to them, why they're losing money and such. This is my journey as a beginner investor, and I would like to uh, record it so that everyone can see the mistakes that I made, the corrections that I made, and they can with their own advice, their own mindset, pick whichever they want to do. So IWMY. Why did I pick IWMY? The pretty short answer is it pays weekly. As the first two shorts that I made that are on my channel, it pays a weekly dividends. From what they just paid is 0.12 cents, from 11 to 12 cents per share. And as of right now, you can see I have a total of 49.85% shares. I already made a purchase just a few moments ago. The dividends, it's already reinvesting into it. And so each time it would reinvest itself, it purchased more and more shares. Each time you purchase more shares, it has to be full types of shares in order for you to receive the full amount, which would be 12 cents. And that's what kind of drew me to IWMY, because of the weekly shares. Now, is IWMY going to be my entire portfolio? As of right now, it is, but that's because it's only going to be a temporary hold. It's not going to be the core stock. It's like an engine. It's like the starter engine. My goal for IWMY originally, it was meant to be $100 a week or $400 every month, because depending on the months, there's 4 months. Sometimes it feels like there's 5 months, or it looks like there's only like 3 months or such. But that was my goal. That was my original goal. However, I did notice that if I wanted to do that, I would have to invest heavily into IWMY, and that is a problem. The reason it would be a problem is because I would have to invest a total of $16,600, because the share prices, they go down, they drop, or they go up. Not only that, the dividend payouts can increase or decrease, but given a rough estimate, that's how much I would have to be invested into just this one stock. That totals of 833 shares. Now, for a stock like this, which is only worth at the moment $19.54, wouldn't be a problem if I started when I was in my early 20s, right? As of right now, I just hit 31 this month, so I am kind of running a little behind when it comes to investing, and with how things are going, I'm not going to be able to invest a lot. So I have to reduce my goal from 100 a week to 25 a week. 25 a week is much more reasonable, because I would only need to invest $3,800. As of right now, I only have $973 invested in my individual portfolio, my taxable portfolio. So that means I just need about 2,900, give or take. Yes, 2,900, give or take, or a total of 192 shares owned. And that's much more feasible reach. However, this does come with risks. And one of the risks is NAV erosions, from what I've been researching and such. And there's another risk. Let me see where it is. I wrote it here somewhere. Give me a second. Oof, I gotta find. Okay, here it is. Return of capital. So basically, from what I'm researching, is that the money that I'm investing in, instead of just getting earning in dividends payouts from the actual income that the company makes, or what IWMY makes, it's basically giving me my own money back, and that in itself is an issue. Reading more into that, I figured out that I don't want to heavily invest into IWMY for that reason. So that's one of the major reasons that I actually decided to, hey, I'm gonna back down on that. And nav erosion, from what I gathered, I might be mistaken. This is why sometimes doing your own research is good, because then you can figure it out yourself. Maybe someone can go into the comment section and explain to me what nav erosion really is. That would be much helpful, or point me somewhere that I can actually look up on that. I'll be able to do more research into that. But what nav erosion, from what I got, is over time, the share prices. I may be getting my dividend payouts and stuff like that, but the price of each stock, I wouldn't say reduces. I'll be able to buy more, but so you see, okay, so $973. That's how much I have invested. Over time, that drops, meaning that I'm losing more and more and more and more money. Meaning that no matter how much money I put into the stock, no matter how many shares I buy, it won't show that I'm profiting anything. I'm basically losing more money. And if I invest $16,600, or try to invest that just so I can have my own money be given back to me, not only would that make any sense, it'd be irresponsible for me to keep doing that. So that's that kind of opened my eyes and showed me that, hey, we can't invest heavily like that, because then that ends up becoming your core stock. So I decided to not do that and change my goals a bit. It's still the same, have $100, but instead of having 100 a week, it's having 100 a month, which is honestly much more easier. What else? What else? Okay, so last time in one of my shorts, I did say I wanted to talk about some of the stocks that I was going to replace over time with the stocks that I have. So right now I am investing in IWMY. Next thing I have right here, if it opens up, I did have to put, yeah, so I did have to put something to keep my phone from blasting. These are weekly stocks that I have that I want to invest. Not all of them are bad, like IWMY. Some of them are actually pretty stable to keep a hold of, and some of them are, you have to make sure you look at them every so often to make sure that they're not losing you money and such. I can't really click on them at the moment. I will talk about them more later. So my plan overall is having each of these stocks making me at least close to 100 a month or 100 a week. But with IWMY, that's going to be 100 a week. Hopefully, with the rest, 100 a month. Sorry. Hopefully, with the rest, I can do the same thing, either 100 a week or 100 a month, depending on how much it takes. But I do believe that with I would say the next stock, which should be USOY, which is at the bottom, which is $7 right now. I will be able to invest more into that and hopefully get 100, either 100 a week or 100 a month easier. Over time, each time I would invest into a stock, the previous stocks that I've invested, I will stop the drip or the dividend reinvestment part, and use those funds to invest into the next stock, and then keep going with the other stock, and so forth and so forth, until each stock either gives me 100 a week or 100 a month. Once that is done, I had to write it down, a couple of stocks that I do wish to reinvest everything. And these aren't weekly stocks, these are monthly stocks. You probably heard some of these stocks that I've looked up to see if they were actually pretty decent. I didn't do much research, I still have them written down. So one of them is SCHD. The other one is called JEPI, Devo, O for I think is Realtor, yeah, VNQ, either SGOV or MMKT. But I also do have others that I had to write down here. Another stock is ADC, VNQ. I think I said that. Yeah, VNQ, VIG, VYM, BND. Yeah, so these are the stocks that I looked at, and obviously some YouTubers did say that these are also good stocks. They was I still have to do my own research just to make sure. So I just have these written down for the moment. Not really going to invest into them, but I have been hearing a lot about SCHD. That's one of the stocks I have heard a lot. So I might start with my research on this stock. Once I start investing into the other stocks, for example, USOY or YETH or MAGY, either one of these stocks, I will begin to make how do you say, more dedicated videos about them, hopefully being able to record my journeys with them and see how it goes. So that is my video for the day about IWMY, why I chose it. The con is basically what I just said. There's a chance that if I keep investing too much, it's gonna end up paying me out money that I'm already invested in, and not the money that IWMY is either making a profit of or selling and stuff. And I don't want that to happen too soon or too late. I'm only gonna be investing in IWMY for maybe a year or so. If it takes that long for some reason to reach my first goal, which will be 25 a week. If before then, I will be redistributing the payout from IWMY to USOI and so forth. And that's what I wish to do. IWMY is not going to be a core member in my individual stock. It's only going to be partial. So that is my plan for the moment. And yeah, there's nothing really much else that I want to talk about or any other plans that I have. If anyone watching this video reaches this point at the video towards the end, and you do seem to have a couple of stocks that you wish to suggest that may actually have better performance than the other stocks that I just mentioned, the monthly ones, because SCHD, JEPI, and so forth, they're monthly dividend stocks. That's my end goal, is having switching from weekly to monthlies. But weeklies are going to be the starting engine. Monthlies are going to be the what keeps me afloat and will keep me stable. I do wish to keep investing all the way into my 50s. So I do have about 19 years. So, well, thank you guys for everything. Thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate anyone that reaches this point. If you like to see my journey and stay at it and watch either I grow or I fall, hit that subscribe. And if this video motivated you to start your own investments, maybe motivated you to change some of your investments or to look into more stuff because you saw the mistakes that I have, then I'm glad I helped with that as well. You guys take it easy. You have a wonderful day. Bye.